All right, guys, Big Rich here at the Ohio Fish Rescue, and we're going to be doing a bunch of things today. We've got trees to cut. We've got things to fix in the pool. We've got things to fix on the back deck. We've got a bunch of volunteers coming over today, so I don't know what's going to happen, but stick with us because we're going to be doing all kinds of things. People swimming in the pool, of course, yes, we'll show it all. Are you done yet?
You around if you don't stop.
Dave's already got the old one out. We ran the wire through there's the new one there. We had to drill a hole through the metal because the people that had this pool before, the wire used to go in and go up and there was a trap door here. They filled that in with cement, so we can't get the old wire out. We had to cut the old one out. So we had to run this new wire right here, all 300 feet through a hole we drilled into the faceplate of that. And we're going to run it up under this all the way to the side, and that way that'll be able to be put in. So he's installing the new one now, then we'll do the cord. Meanwhile, his kids are having a blast in the pool.
Where'd you say that turtle goes all the time?
Where's what?
That turtle.
Behind that. Feel for a lump on this wall.
All right.
Okay, how you kids like coming to Uncle Rich's house and swimming with the fishes?
Yes.
Show me your little fish detour stick. Now, how are you supposed to do if a fish gets too close to you? Just slightly push him away. That's it. Good job, guys. Good job. And the fish won't get that close. I just give that to them. It makes them feel a lot more secure. It makes the kids feel a lot more secure. Hold on. Hey, kids. How was the pool? Was it nice and warm?
Yeah.
Were you scared of the fish?
No.
See, I told you, it ain't so scary. You get people that are so scared, and it's not. You know, they'll come up to you and look for food, and that's it. And you saw some come up towards you, and they just swim away, right? Yeah, because you know why? You're a scary guy. He says, "Yup." Yes, sir. Can you help me do the trees? That depends. Do I have to pay you? No. He says, yes. Okay, we're going to head outside and start cutting these trees up. All right, we're working in the rain. It is raining here. We pulled that tree over, and now this tree over. Hoover's disconnecting it now. And now we can cut them up for the bonfire here. But we've got a bunch more up there still ready to cut. So I just wanted to, let you guys see what we're doing as we're doing it in the middle of the rain. It is pouring down rain here. Look how much rain is falling. Okay, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more trees and 5 with the one Hoover's hooking up now. See, they all go up through here. We're gonna have to get them all out of there, but look how clear that corner is now. We're good to go. I like this. All right, Hoover's hooking up 2 trees that are hanging down the pond. I'm going to have to go this way, and they're going to hit this tree and bend around it to follow me through, because they are behind me. But we're getting it done though. See how clear that corner is now? I can see some sunlight over there. We can get some grass to grow. Good deal. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back in there. 6, 7 trees so far. We're pulling over here that we got to cut up for the firewood off of that hillside. Hoover's going to disconnect me here. I've got 2 more, so that'll be 9 trees altogether. And the mighty Can-Am 1000 did it no problem. When it's not raining, we'll go ahead and cut these up and put them on the bonfire and start them up and get rid of them. But right now, we're just going to move them over here. Who's going to disconnect this? I'll go show you the hillside. Okay, there's all the trees we pulled over. I'm going back to get the last one because I guess one fell out while I was cruising. There it is. Oh, it's a little branch. look up here. You can see through to the neighbor's yard. And look over in this corner. Nothing but sunlight. We'll have grass growing now. Beautiful. This whole corner wouldn't grow because it was, you know, no grass or no light showing. All this down here. I might cut that little tree out there, but I'm leaving these big trees. But now it's much easier to mow over here. I might take that one out there just to make it easier to mow. But see all this? Now where there's no grass, it'll start growing grass now, which is very nice. That's all I wanted, was a grass-filled backyard, you know. So this little one right here in the middle we might take out, just so it's easier to mow. There's the pond. Look at Hoover going. You're going across our bridge through the fishing pond. And then we got this one left. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. And it stopped raining. So we're doing good. Now all we got to do is cut up all that stuff and throw it on the burn pile, and we'll be good. Here's a neat trick for you guys. The city says you're not allowed to have a recreational fire. Have a garden hose that's turned on, and you have a spigot at the end you can turn on and off, or a fire extinguisher that is full next to the fire, and have a little packet of hot dogs, because you're not allowed to have a recreational fire, but you are allowed to cook your food by fire. So if the fire department shows up and you have hot dogs and a fire extinguisher or a garden hose, you're completely in your legitimate rights to burn a fire. Now, we burn bonfires like that and just have a packet of hot dogs next to it, and we're good to go. And we got tired of the neighbors calling on us, and the actual fire department told us this little neat trick. So you're allowed to have a fire to cook your food. You're not allowed to have a recreational fire. So make sure you got hot dogs and a fire extinguisher or a garden hose next to your fire next time you have a bonfire, and you will be okay. I love finding loopholes around it, you know. The neighbors want to close you down. Well, you're not allowed. Just like I won. Do you guys understand? I won. This guy here was my friend for 7 years, and I had all these trees that I just cut down now. They were all up there in my way, but he wanted a barrier between his house and my house, and he wanted me to leave as many trees as possible. And I said, sure, buddy, I can do that for you. But for the next 7 years, I mowed up on this hill, and I couldn't get grass to grow on either corner, and I was mowing between all these trees, and it was a pain in the butt. Now that he went ahead and went to the city behind my back, last summer, that tree right there with the blue around it, the big one, where the zip line is, he, asked me to cut it down because it's dangerous. It's dying, and, it could fall his way and maybe land on his barn or something. And I'm like, look, it's on our both property lines. I'm willing to pay half price. I found a guy that works for the city of Cleveland as an arborist. He cuts down the trees around the electric lines. He says he'll do it for $500, $250 a piece. If you want it cut down, we'll have it cut down. And he was like, no, that's more on your property than it is on mine. Well, I proved that it's not. It's half and half. Either way, it doesn't matter. If it's on any property line, it's both of your guys' responsibility, period. So he called the city on me and said, this tree is on his property, and he refuses to cut it down, and I want it cut down because I think it's dangerous. So the city gives me a 10-day notice saying that I got to cut it down. And if I don't do it within that 10 days, they're going to do it with their company, and then they're going to charge us, which you all know would be a ridiculous high price. So I got a hold of them and told them that, I have a survey of my land, and I paid for it, and here's the property lines, and I strung a string between them, and it clearly bends around that tree, and it shows that tree is on both our property lines. So after 4 days of calling them, and finally they got back to me, they said, look, we're out. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, don't worry about that paper we sent you. There is no abatement law. Don't worry about it. We're out of it. He's trying to bully you into cutting that tree down, and you've proved that it's on the property line. So it's a property line dispute. The city's out of it now. I don't like him trying to use my office against you. I don't like that. Because I've built so much onto this house. I have dealt with many inspectors from Strongsville, and I have gotten permits for everything. So, and I have my land surveyed. So now, if he wants to make me cut that tree down, he has to have his land surveyed and take me to small claims court. And so the survey is going to be about $1,000, and then whatever it takes to take me to small claims court. It would have been just cheaper if he would have agreed to pay half and cut it down. See, I don't want it down. I don't need it down. It don't bother me. It bothers him. He wants it down. I offered to pay half because it's half on my property. He wasn't good enough for him. He called the city on me. Now it all backfired on him, and the city's out of it, and he can't do nothing except for spend big money trying to take me to court and go on my good graces. Now he's got to come down here and ask me, can you please take care of half the price? No, I don't want it down. I don't need to. Take me to court. And it's going to cost him big money. I don't want to be petty like that. I would still cut it down for half price. But in the meantime, I've kept all these trees up for him over these years because he wanted a barrier between our yards. And now I just went and cut down 9 trees. And now it's quite open up there. I can have grass. See how there's no grass there? That ain't under. I cut 3 trees down in that corner. Now that ain't under so much shade that no grass will grow. The grass will grow there. Same thing on that corner. And it'll be easier for me to mow this yard and have my yard grass, which I cared about and I wanted and I liked. And, you know, I won. That's all there is to it. I won, and now he's got to come back and kiss butt to me to get me to pay half of it. You know what? I don't care if that tree comes down. It doesn't bother me a bit, and the inspector says it wasn't a nuisance or a trouble. So he don't feel there's no danger in it. So it's fine to stay up. I'm good. I won. You know, see what you get for calling the law, calling the city, calling all that stuff. I'm going to burn this stuff when it's not raining, and we'll have them 9 trees gone, and, you know, I'll be able to have grass here again. I just love it when, you know, good people win. People never go to the city and call on each other. Don't call the law. Don't do that. Go talk nicely to your neighbor. You'll get way further ahead. Trust me on that. Okay, I put the 4-wheeler away, and I'm walking out back, and I see that Reaper's car is here. Now it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he hasn't shown up all day. We were supposed to do this early this morning. I'm going to rag on him. Oh, look! Reaper's here after the work's all done.
I've been here. I filmed you out there.
You filmed us out there working.
I filmed you. You brought
That's
the
his
3
next
loads.
video.
I seen you making a video, so mine are just some highlights of when you couldn't take shots. I got you actually dragging it. I got you getting up.
So while we're working, the men are working.
I can't even stand up right now. So otherwise, I told them I'd have been out there, but no way. But I didn't. Get
So
like
you're
5
saying,
minutes of video.
wait, what you're saying is you are a little girl?
No.
No.
What he did
My dude.
What he did was he clipped you out of some of your videos. What he did.
Yeah, he did. And you know what? He'll probably put them out first, too.
Of course. But they'll only be just a little shot, so most of it is yours for the next
Hey, we're
day.
men. We got that work done. Look at that hillside.
I know.
Look how nice and clear that is. I'm going to have grass next year on that side and that
I
corner.
was surprised. I thought you actually cut down a few more than what you did, actually.
We counted it. There was 9 that we cut down. And I left all the big trees. There's one more little one over there we decided to cut down. And it's just in the way. And it'll make it easier for me mowing. But the trees that were covering the corners are now gone to where the corners can have grass growing. You know, I don't care what the neighbor wants. He asked me, and I left him for years for him.
Right.
And, you know, he wants to call the city on me, so I cut down the trees I want to. It's my prerogative on my yard. I can do what I want. I did this as a niceness to him, and he's going to stab me in the back and call the city.
Right.
Well, the city turned on him and said, you're not going to use our office to bully him into cutting this tree when it's on the property line. It's now a property line dispute. So, yeah, oh, dude, I would love to have been there when they got the call from the city. I would have loved to have been there and videoed that, but I wasn't privy to that. But
No, but I was to your first phone call. You're like, Josh was in the hospital, this and that. I gotta call somebody. We won.
I was so excited. I didn't know what to do. But we got her done, and all the trees are now right here by the fire. We can go ahead and cut them up on the next warm day in 1 foot sections. And
What they say about him cleaning up that eyesore and that fire hazard.
I didn't call the city on him for that. I'm just going to talk to him. If he wants me to pay for the half of the tree now, clean this mess up, and I'll pay for the half of the tree. I'll still be civil, but you're going to clean that mess up because that's horrible looking over there, you know? So I'm going to use that to my advantage. And if you want my original deal to pay for half of the tree, because he still wants it down whether he won or lost.
Right.
I don't care. It's fine for me. But I got a guy that's an arborist for the city of Cleveland that cuts trees down around the electric lines. And he said $500 to cut that entire tree down. And, you know, boom. How can you find it anywhere cheaper? Right. He pays $250, I pay $250. I'm not going to do it unless he cleans up his garbage and you know, nastiness around the back of my property and don't build it up again. You know, it's on him now. He started the ball rolling. I went to court with him and I won, and now it's on him to be decent at this point. He should have been decent in the first place because I was decent with him. 7 years I've mowed around all those trees on that hillside, and you know, my lawnmower got stuck I don't know how many times trying to go uphill, back hill, you know, back up, going between these trees, back up, going between them trees. It was terrible. So, you know, he wants his end goal to be reached, which is get that tree down. I'll still pay half if he cleans up that yard, and I'm not calling the city on nobody. You know, you don't call the cops, you don't call the city, you handle it yourself. You talk to them. If they're unreasonable, then, you know, have to go that route. But at least try and talk to people first. He did not. You know, he was just an a-hole. So, all right, guys, that's the end of our video. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with our BS. We're all happy now. We're getting this taken care of, and we're not in the eyes of the law no more. We're happy as ecstatic as can be. We won. We won. We won. Love it. All right, guys, hit that notification bell. Hit that like button, and of course, stay fishy, my friends.